Namaste. Today's video is on demand, that is assessment of foundation stage. When we say about foundation stage, that is 3 years to 8 years. 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, they are called the Balavadiga, Anganwadis, KGs, like that. Now, day before yesterday, there was a meeting about the National Curriculum Framework, implementation National Curriculum Framework by the government of India and CBSE officials and various stakeholders. There, the official said that 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6 are known as Balavadiga 1, Balavadiga 2 and Balavadiga 3. So there is no more confusion regarding Anganwadis and like that. So first year is known as Balavadiga 1 and second year is known as Balavadiga 2 and third year is known as Balavadiga 3. And so 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, then 6 to 7 first grade and 7 to 8 second grade. All this together we call as foundation stage. What about the assessment? Assessment should know. Before that, I have done what about the time allocation, timetable, how many periods should be allotted, that from the National Curriculum Framework we have done. And next I have to move regarding the middle stage and secondary stage time allocation. But as the demand has come, some of the educators were asking me, so that is why I thought to take the assessment of the foundation stage here. Then assessment should not contribute to any additional burden for the child. Assessment tools and processes should be designed such that they are natural extension of the learning experience for the child. And explicit tests and examinations are completely inappropriate assessment tools for this stage. So explicit tests and examinations are completely inappropriate assessment tools for this stage. So no test paper, no examination, they are inappropriate during the foundation stage. Instead of that, how to assess, that is coming. Then assessment should allow, here group 1 I wrote, it is as an online program, not online orientation program, offline, for an activity I wrote it, that is all. Then assessment should allow for diversity among children, and in their learning, children learn differently and express their learning differently too. So there might be many ways to assess the achievement of a learning outcome or competency. So the teacher should have the ability to design different kinds of assessment for the same learning outcome and use each assessment appropriately. So in a particular stage, learning outcome may be the same, but the children have different ability, different capability, different capacities. So the assessment also should be done differently. So the teacher should take appropriate tools to assess, to find out the learning outcome or competency. Then third point is that assessment should enable recording and documentation. Yes, whatever assessment done, that should be recorded, and after all that should be kept as document. Children's progress should be described and analyzed through systematic collection of evidence. Yes, systematically, time-wise, once in a week, twice in a week, or once in 2 weeks, like that. Systematic collection of evidence should be there, and that evidence should be recorded, and so that will become a document. What the child was doing regarding analyzing, assessing the child. No formative and summative assessment only, but you know that some kinds of formative assessment like that is that you can ask the child to bring that particular shape of the toy or that particular color of beads or like that. So from that we are analyzing what the child is able to do, whether the child is able to listen, the child is able to understand. What about his physical development? What about his cognitive development? Like that we are able to understand that is written clearly in the foundation stage and all the stages across the curricular goals and standards. The assessment should not overly burden the teacher. The teacher should have the autonomy to judiciously choose the appropriate tool for assignment. So for the assessment, the teachers can choose the appropriate tools, and periodicity also. Yes, when I should assess a child, how long, what is the what about the intervals, within what time I should assess a child, periodicity, when and how. isn't it? In which assessment related record keeping is maintained. While such autonomy is important, yes, this is the autonomy, this is the freedom given to the children, teachers, but at the same time understand that a systematic record keeping of children's assessment should be seen. A systematic record keeping assessment should be seen. Children's assessment should be seen as an important part of a teacher's professional responsibility. Yes, this is a professional responsibility, or this is a professional capability of the teacher to systematically record after the observation. If proper tools should be used, and it should be recorded and it should be documented as the evidence. Then, so the two important methods of assessment that are appropriate for the foundation stage are observations of the child and analyzing artifacts. Yes, the children should be observed properly, and after all, analyze the artifacts. Really, artifacts means whatever the old collections like that we see. But here we can see that analyze the artifacts, whatever the child has done. As according to that evidence, the child has produced a part of their learning experience. As the child is doing through the learning experience, hands-on experience, or early numeracy, we can ask the child to please go and count. Yes, please go and collect. We identify that particular shape. Yes, like that. So the several several curricular goals we are achieving through that. So that you have to analyze properly, observe properly, and analyze it and document it. That is a learning experience. Learning experiences. The children should be sent outside also. Free play is there. Work time is there. As I have explained everything in the allocation of time period regarding the foundation stage. Outdoor and indoor is there. Free time is there. So we are letting them to go and play. From the play, we can identify what the child is doing, what the child is interested, what the child is showing interest. In that interest, you have to give more play to them, to particular children. Some children, the children are having different capabilities, different interests. According to that, in our framework, it should be met. And even though it is up to the teachers, you can see that curricular goals are there. The curricular goals should be so that we have to see curricular goals of the foundation stage. Different curricular goals are there: physical development, socio-economic development, ethical development, cognitive development, language and literacy development, that aesthetic and cultural development, and each one you can say CG1, CG2, CG3, like that. What about just physical development? Children develop habits that keep them healthy and safe. Children develop sharpness in sensorial perceptions. That is curricular goal 2. Curricular goal 3, children develop a fit and flexible body. As we know, the progress card is 360 degree. So in the 360 degree, all types of development should be taken into account. See, the language and literacy, it may be a little more clear for you. Children develop effective communication skills for day-to-day interactions in the two languages. Children develop fluency in reading and writing in language 1. CG11, children begin to read and write language 2. This is all regarding grade 1, 2, like that. Anyway, so see, foundation stage, I told you, it is from 3 years to 8 years. So that way, whether the child is understanding that, the child is maintaining that particular development, that way we have to go and do the assessment. I hope you got some idea regarding this. So, regarding curricular goals and of the foundation stage and other stages we will also come across. So for the time being, this is enough. Thank you all.